Ugh.
Good day, sir.
Merhaba. Good day to be alive.
And, by extension, a poor day to take a bullet. Do you know what happened here?
Officer said there was a duel, shots fired, and then that fellow took his last breath. Reminds me of last year.
So the inspectors have been and gone?
Of course. Police don't let an undertaker do his work before they've finished theirs.
You mentioned a previous incident.
It was in the old city ruins. I remember the deceased was very rich. Front page news, very, very rich he was. But a coin makes a poor shield, as I always say. And who needs it when a view like this is free?
Who died?
Oh, no, mister. It is not my place to say.
Not your place. Nonsense. As you say, you won't mind.
Death with dignity, that's all we can hope for, sir. He doesn't need his name out there.
Why are you just standing there?
I came to take the deceased to the cemetery, but caught sight of Mother Nature's bounty and had to drink my fill. He won't mind anyway. Let me tell you, friend, the sweet sea air, the calming whisper of the waves, it's a salve for all ills.
We're done.
This man is no more. He's ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet his maker. He's a stiff. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. You know the rest.
A key for a birdcage? I'll take it. The bullet entered the heart at an angle, implying it was fired from an elevated position. He died instantly. Predictably, the rumors were exaggerated. The blindfold is intact, with both eyes unharmed. A Webley top-break revolver. Blank cartridges filled with a wax-covered gelatin bullet. Effectively harmless, even at close range, but leaves a nice red splash on impact. Your opponent was behind you. A blindfold, discarded or lost. The duelist eventually reloaded his gun, but all the cartridges were filled with red non-lethal rounds.
Somebody was up somewhere. We understand hereby declare that this duel shall be subject to and bound by Blind Dueling Club's strict code of honor. May the winner be crowned blind champion, signed EBS and JD. Witnessed by HFBC, honorable referee and head of the Blind Dueling Club.
A case for dueling Webley revolvers. Blank cartridges filled with red wax-covered gelatin bullets, most assuredly non-lethal, if rather theatrical on impact. The corner of the box is broken, likely from being dropped. Red stains, relatively fresh. A Lamat revolver, .42 caliber. One chamber is empty, the others are filled with live rounds.
Boom, boom, boom. Hmm.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. It may have been the referee who took advantage of the duelists while they were blindfolded. This seems plausible, but I must consider all options. What if there was another person here?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. There may have been someone else here, a fourth person waiting for an opportunity to strike.
Sometimes I think beauty can blind you, or you can be blind to beauty, you know? Did he see it all around him, do you think, before he covered his eyes and drew his pistol?
The deceased was a member of the Blind Dueling Club, hence the blindfold. Do you know of it?
Never heard of such a thing. You ask me, people ought to open their eyes to the world, not look away.
Enough tomfoolery. Give me the victim's name.
I told you that's his business, not yours. 2 men duelled, 1 man died. When you hit a rock, stop digging.
There is more to this case than meets the eye. The victim fell not to his duel opponent, but a hidden marksman in the ruins. Abandon your oversimplistic ideals and tell me the name of the deceased so his killer can be caught.
Oh, that is wrong, to be sure. Okay, the man's name was Eric von Staub. I heard the officers say that he lived in Scaladio.
At last. You may return to your vacant stare.
Okay. Newspaper. Again, in San Jose City, young heir to one of Cordona's richest families has died in a blind duel. During a curious incident, the victim, who cannot be named until all of his family are reformed, stepped in the wrong direction, falling off the cliff to his death. The survivors have expressed their deepest regrets and sworn to never duel again. Need to go. City Hall, maybe? Or police station should be work, right? Man was reported to have been shot in old ruins. The victim is being identified as Erich von Staub, born in 1857, unmarried, year of death 1880. Place of residence of von Staub, residence of Cordona. Relatives: Irma von Staub, mother, dead. It's Magda Irma von Staub's sister, lives in von Staub Baskerville Street. Baskerville. Queen Bernard and Bonaparte. Yeah. Oops.
Extra, extra! Danger in the deep! Officer Ackley! Investigating sailor's death.
Guessing this is it.
Miss von Staub is awaiting the police, sir. Perhaps you might visit on another day. Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir. Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir. Good day, miss. I regret to disturb you at this tragic time, but could you spare a moment?
Oh, officer, I've been waiting. Is his body still in that horrible place?
A horrible place? I should introduce you to the Undertaker. But first, you and I shall get to know one another.
Okay. what should we think about this? Think it is that she's been beaten?
I am Officer Holmes. I take it you are Magda von Staub, the sister of the deceased?
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I am.
My deepest condolences, Miss von Staub. Your brother's body will be returned to you shortly, as I believe the case will soon be closed. Nevertheless, there remain some formalities requiring attention. May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, if you must. But I'm unsure if I will be of much help.
Do you know if Mr. von Staub had any enemies? Someone that may have sought to do him harm?
Enemies? I don't know. He and I did not discuss such matters, and he was rarely called upon by visitors. My brother's only guests were his friendly contests, but I was not allowed to participate. I merely heard it all from my room.
Contests?
Eric would practice shooting on the patio, and occasionally friends would join him, but I couldn't tell you if they ever argued.
Forgive my intrusion, but I must inquire about your bruises. Did you take a tumble?
Oh, I have a weak disposition. It is not so bad, but my skin marks more easily than a peach. It is the least of my sorrows.
But, Miss von Staub, I can tell you suffered new bruises even before the old ones had healed.
I have nothing more to add, Officer Holmes. It is what it is.
May I take a look at Mr. von Staub's room? His personal effects may prove invaluable in our understanding of the case.
Please do. Here's the key.
Where were you when your brother died, Miss von Staub?
I was here painting Eric's portrait. My God, you could have asked the servants.
Alas, I needed to hear it from your lips. It appears the parents are dearly missed. Our beloved parents, 1875, Baden-Baden. Rest in peace. How many German composers feature here?
Look at those vases, Sherry. Bet they cost a fortune. Would be a shame if someone broke them. An ointment by a Dr. Herbert with a lavender and pine scent. Excellent score.
A handsome portrait of Eric. Miss von Staub does have talent. The rounds have been emptied. The black paint looks thick. It's been mixed with something. The end and the beginning. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere remains oppressive. Sad home for a young woman. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere remains. Oppressive. Sad home for a young woman. May I ask for your assistance?
I'll gladly tell you everything I know, officer.
Okay. Dear Mr. von Staub, thank you for your recent statement of debts owing. I assure you that I am well aware of the 70,000 gold marks to which you are entitled. Indeed, the figure lingers in my mind every time I see you at the club. Please rest assured that I'm eager to put an end to your worrying and have in fact already begun to prepare for the opportunity. Until then, I remain grateful for the patience and goodwill that accompanies men of nobility such as yourself, with some respect.
A wealthy man in his 60s. Sir Barnaby Boddington, 1879. A typical crest for a league or a guild. Club headquarters, 190th anniversary celebration.
Then to Mr. Boddington. Dear Mr. Boddington, thank you for so promptly responding to my request and sending us your portrait. Magda's admiration for you has grown even greater. I can tell that she is overjoyed to soon be engaged to such a remarkable gentleman. Many fine suitors have been seeking my sister's hand, but I believe that only a man of your caliber is worthy of becoming her husband and protector, E. von Staub. Dear Mr. von Staub, we have received your application and recommendations. We will study your profile and credentials and of course inform the honorary council you have applied to be his successor. Yours faithfully, Maximilian Gunther, German Foreign Office.
This whip is well loved and well used.
I wonder, this must be from asking. Guess we can ask her. Something she will know.
Are you able to help me?
I'll gladly tell you everything I know, officer.
I said area over left by foot when wearing his yellow outfit, that's all you know.
I don't understand.
One of the revolver cases in your brother's room is missing. Do you know where it may be?
I'm not permitted in Eric's quarters. I suppose he must have taken it with him.
It seems you and Mr. Boddington were to be engaged. Were you as thrilled at the prospect as your brother?
Mr. Boddington is not how I had imagined my husband. But it was Eric's choice. I didn't dare dispute it.
There is an unfinished portrait of your brother in your room. Beautiful to be sure, but one detail drew my attention. Why did you add gunpowder to your black paint?
You entered my room? I thought you were only inspecting Eric's.
It is standard procedure, Miss von Staub. Now, tell me about the gunpowder.
Eric's art was his shooting, and this painting is my tribute to him. It felt appropriate. We're both artists in different ways.
Okay. Does this mean there's still more stuff that I missed up here, or? I just don't understand why it's still red. No. Okay, we're gonna be able to do that. Okay, and they need to go down one, so minus everything. That. Three, which goes down one, so we need to have four. Do this, go up one, switch it around. Oh wait, no. Oh, well, goddammit. Measures of fragments, everything horizons suggests multiple offers. Miss von Stab, let me process my luck. My hand and heart will receive. Not for your brother's refusal.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir. Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'll gladly tell you everything I know, officer.
There is similes on aristocrats marrying southern Grand Saray. Perhaps upper class inhabitants there can help. Unfortunately, I don't have a top hat.
Extra! Headless eels floundering!
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, but I've never heard of it.
That was the third in a row, and all are in Grand Saray. Of course, the police are still struggling to explain them. There's a wizard involved.
Medical performance.
That was the third. That was the thought.
Wasn't it witchcraft? I thought witchcraft was one of them.
That was the thud.
He has a robbing Grand Survey doing magic shows, so police are looking into it, but apparently not. Another case.
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
None of the quests represent an honorable club on Basketwood Street between Souls Row and Silent Way. Okay, Basketwood Street. In Silent Soul. We're over here. I think glasses won't work. Go with that. I need to get a hat.
Please come in, sir. The gentlemen are waiting for you on the training ground. Down the stairs.
Fancy. Not every manor has a custom floor.
That is the von Kramkrust, the old Prussian noble family. They must be patrons of the club.
German traditions, huh? Time to slap people, Rangy.
It's the killer. Shake a leg. Get him.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Can overcome the brute now.
Take a rest, my friend.
Oh, what?
It's all yours. Go for it.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Dodge this.
The snuff's...
Coming.
Don't bother moving. Don't cry, you'll live.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't cry, you'll live.
Ah!
No more crime for you and...
The snuff's ready.
But there was one more in there.
I must say, Sherry, that was near perfect. Could it be that you're not completely hopeless?
Clever system.
First Helgen can come. I fear for my life. Must leave Corona at once. Sorry, be careful, Dorfman. Second telegram. Those blasted anarchists are everywhere. It's their fault. I should come to our emergency assembly at once. And I bring my gunman. Hassington. Third telegram. I'll be there. Alas, poor Van Staub. What a loss. Who was it? The English left-handed duelist? Von Munchenhausen?
A nice apricot aroma. Orillan schnapps, I presume. Half full. 2 glasses with dregs of alcohol. Should I pour us a drink, John? Glass crushed underfoot with damp traces still visible.
And so they switched. Okay.
The same ingredient was used in the dueling revolver's ammunition. All these places are perfectly secluded, ideal for private duels.
Who the devil are you? I won't go down without a fight.
Sherlock Holmes, and if I wanted a fight, you would already be on the floor. Fortunately for you, I'm merely here to ask a few questions.
Is that so? Well, come on, pretty boy. How about I fix that nose of yours? Give it a bit more character.
Enough. Your compatriots attacked me and I responded. They still have their lives, unlike Mr. von Staub.
True. At least you are not a murderer. Fine, you may speak.
Me, that feels like he's the oh yeah, he was the referee. So he should be witness then. I hope.
So you are Mr. von Kram, one of the club's best shots, the referee of the deadly duel, and witness to Mr. von Staub's murder.
Incorrect. I am the best shot at the club. Heinrich Vögen von Kram. But how did you know I was there?
Your clothes, Mr. von Kram. The dirt on your trousers confirms your presence in the old ruins. And your jacket features a bloodstain from your attempts to save Mr. von Staub.
That is impressive.
It is merely inferential. Now, a few questions, if I may.
Be my guest. I have nothing to hide.
So, what transpired in the old ruins?
Everything began as normal. The signatures, choice of weapons. I checked it all and then blindfolded the duelists. Erich stood to my left and his opponent, Mr. Dorfman, to my right. Before they could begin, the killer fired. And I'm sure it was not Dorfman.
Why are you so sure?
The sound was different. Not a Webley revolver. And further away. The killer must be an excellent shot to hit the heart.
Did you or the other duelist see the murderer?
No. The killer slipped away into the hills, so we turned our attention to Erich. Rest his soul.
And neither of you pursued the culprit?
I will not have my character impugned. We had only blank cartridges and a fallen friend at our feet. He was our focus.
What transpired after the shooting?
I heard Erich cry out and fall. Mr. Dorfman turned and fired at the killer, but I shouted at him to stop and help. I tried to save Erich, but it was too late. He was gone.
I'd like to speak with the other competitor.
He left the island. Mr. Dorfman was sure that the killer was after him. He is innocent, I assure you.
Indeed, from his position it would be impossible to fire the bullet at such a downward trajectory, but he was a witness. Shame.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this.
You have a nice collection of pistols, Mr. von Kram.
Ah, a fellow connoisseur of firearms. Did something catch your eye?
What caught my eye is a missing Lamat. Where is it?
Ah, that one. I lost it in a bet. A rare failure of mine.
A bet with whom?
That's private, Mr. Holmes, and unrelated to your investigation. I can't help you with this.
Let's see. What's anything there?
I don't know what you're talking about. 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 I can't help you with this.
It seems you owed Mr. von Staub a small fortune.
A fortune to you, perhaps, but a trifle to me. Our debts ebbed and flowed. In our next contest, there was every chance I would win it back. Erich was too concerned about all that. Frankly, he often lacked the demeanor of a nobleman. His progressive tendencies could be grating. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey there. How you doing?
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before.
Last year there was a similar incident in which a duelist died. What can you tell me?
A tragedy. I shot too well, and my opponent stumbled from the impact. He slipped and fell down the cliff. I regret it all. I have not participated in a duel since. Instead, I only take the role of a referee and supervise the proceedings for safety. I swore that no other club member would die in a duel. Alas, someone else intervened. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you with this.
As it happens, a Lamat .42 caliber revolver was discovered at the crime scene. You said you were missing a Lamat, yes?
I did, but my Lamat was a .36 caliber.
And you can prove that?
My word is proof enough. If I said it, it is true.
Okay. If you can find out something in here.
How to sharpen one's senses. Addressed to Heinrich von Kram and written with a nervous hand. Arrived just yesterday.
Eric, having a von Kram in a position of honorary consul is the only way to earn the respect of other countries. Your name is too small for this state position. My noble Prussian family is to guarantee that the Empire can and will stand above all others. HF von Kram. Eric's response is written on the other side of the letter. Henry, good grief, what nonsense. Your family line has been corrupted by Axis. You're the last and best example of this decadence. This finned race, a dying breed. Our empire needs better men, stronger, more modern. Do you truly believe such a superficial person burdened with debts, gambling in his blood, should be entrusted with the responsibilities of the state? Moreover, have you ever known a cripple to be held up as the figurehead of his country? I'm the only legitimate candidate to replace the German honorary consul in Cordona. Spare yourself the embarrassment and withdraw your candidacy before your weaknesses are made public.
Doesn't appear to be the happiest childhood. Cecilia von Kram with Heinrich, Cologne, 1864. Mein Wunder. Recordings labeled in Braille.
Your ability to perceive the world can be developed with work and concentration.
Ooh. Hmm. See this one.
You and Eric were competing for the position of honorary consul, yes? Quite the title.
We were, but he stood no chance. Only a true nobleman could take such a role.
Difficult for him to contest it now. There must be more you can recall from the day of the duel.
I wish. My eyes make me a poor witness, I'm afraid.
Yes, your blindness. An affliction since childhood, one presumes. No scars on your face, and you carry yourself with confidence.
I'm starting to see your worth, Mr. Holmes.
But this limitation developed your other senses and made you an excellent marksman. So, tell me, did you notice anything else?
I do recall a floral smell. Something artificial. It was sweet and fresh and came from the direction of the killer.
Do you recognize this scent?
Yes. This is it. The smell I noticed at the ruins. Where did you get it? Do you know who killed Eric? Tell me his name.
I need to be elsewhere.
Okay. We know who it is then. And that means we need to go and talk to her. Uh, mm-hmm. Where the heck was it again? Basketball Street between Bernard and Bonaparte. Oh. Duh.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Going on a trip, miss?
No, I'm leaving permanently. This place brought me nothing but sorrow. I am sorry. What do you want? I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't follow. I don't understand.
What a burnt leather we should have. The heck is that one else? There.
I found burnt letters in your brother's room. I believe they were addressed to you.
To me? From whom?
They appear to be from some of your suitors. Why did you burn them?
I didn't. I didn't even know about them. Eric, he never said a word.
I think the time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our previous meeting. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I do not work for the police.
What? I don't understand.
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death and came to an unexpected conclusion.
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. And I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother.
Like, we gonna tell her? Why are we gonna tell her? Let's see. We have to do this. We have this one, and we have pistol and something else. It is 3 things. The revolver.
The missing box in your brother's room contained a Lamat, the same weapon used for the murder. You stole it to kill your brother.
What? No. Eric was obsessed with guns. I bet he simply left that revolver somewhere else.
Yes, it was left somewhere else. The crime scene. Abandoned in panic, a typical feminine response.
No, I've never been to that cursed place.
And then we have a jewel in the ruins with a smell and
You hid behind the wall in the ruins. None of the others present could have killed Eric from that position. Both the duelists were blindfolded and Mr. von Kram is ill-sighted.
So nobody saw anything? Your imagination has run wild.
Ah, but you forget one thing. A blind man's other senses grow stronger. Mr. von Kram detected a lavender and pine scent. That of your ointment.
You're taking the word of a sightless man. This is monstrous.
what No, no. Yeah, this one. So he was gonna give her away to a specific person.
It is your brother who was monstrous. He was a tyrant and you could tolerate his abuse no longer.
Living with Eric was a nightmare, yes. But he was my brother.
Now, Miss von Staub, take your time. Tell me the truth.
After our parents died, my life slowly became hell. My brother began to humiliate me. Then he became violent. Each day he'd invent a new punishment. Shut my room, burn my paintings, starve me. And without fail, I would be beaten. All visits were forbidden, all contact verboten. I was his caged bird, his pet. When we did go out, he used me to bait influential people. He sold me to Mr. Boddington simply to earn a place amongst this island's elite.
Was that not freedom from your brother?
He sold me as a thing, sir. Who do you think this gentleman was? I could not endure more cruelty. Mr. Holmes, I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. Don't throw me from one cage to another.
Oh, god damn it. You know what?
You have suffered enough, Miss von Staub, but now it is over. I will not turn you into the police.
I don't know what to say. What will happen with the case?
The usual. With their typical stupidity, the inspectors will confidently declare the case a tragic accident, and that will be that.
I didn't expect such kindness.
Kindness? No, where the truth reveals injustice, I expect accountability, but in this matter, Miss von Staub, I see no injustice at all.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll never forget what you're doing.
What do we get? Open eyes. Take pity on a poor girl.
I am behind you 100%. I'm sure Miss von Staub wouldn't waste a chance for a better life.
Okay. Let's see. Iron coffin. My curiosity has been piqued by talk that Basilio Capello, the owner of the famous Armor Capello, a home security company, has been arrested. Okay. Ooh, police department. I thought it was gonna... This is actually in one of the holdings.
Oh, what a long day. Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Let's look. Okay, so I mean, he should be protocol, right?
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
No. A minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal?
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make
Were
me
you up
the
to
main
date,
suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met, and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Cordona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Capello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
Well, Mr. Capello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall eagerly await your return. After all, there's little else I can do.
She's here, but here. Oh, she is in the, she shouldn't be in the cell, though.
Mrs. Cabello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
What the heck is laudanum? Let's go with shot.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall leave you be. If I have further questions, I may visit again later.
We should go and do this then. Add the street.
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
Gotta go out.
Hello. Bugün yoğun bir gün.
between over here then.
I have no time.
Hello there.
Strength, security, peace of mind. Tacky.
Well, you know, that's your opinion, good sir.
Slow the code to all saves in office is. In case you don't need it. 0 Future can refrain from locking your trousers in our merchandise, or we will have to reconsider your employment. That's Mr. Capello.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them, nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to have been cut by your own hand. You must be Billy Lloyd.
Oh, it's you! I knew you'd come.
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and your employer...
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property?
Hey, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Capello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Hold on. She? You didn't think to mention the burglar was a woman?
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career, and I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, yes, spare me the sermon. When did the burglary happen?
Oh, after 10 in the evening. I was just talking to Mrs. Capello.
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. Usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Capello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion, when she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office, and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Lloyd, I will find you.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be able to keep away.
Right.
Gonna have to go out back. Look. Flashbang.
Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth. Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length. Clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe. Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing? Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim. What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
The bottle is half empty. A wine, well enjoyed. Recently used, but why would it be here?
Oh, let's see what that stuff is. -8? Or 8, -12, holy crap. Oh crap. The foam around the mouth is a result of light intoxication, most likely from wine.
Why do I get the worst jobs?
Gustav, we do not have the time today for a chat because of my important client meeting, but I'm concerned about your desire to work such late hours. You seemed happy about it, which is why I did not bring it up previously, but perhaps it is best that we have a conversation. I'm sure we can find a different arrangement. Video.
Two theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics.
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta La Duca is listed as a harpist in the orchestra.
Heir to the Detti family returns home. Niccolo Detti, a young heir to the Detti family business, returned to Cordona after 12 years of studying and working on the mainland. This coincides with Orazio Detti's departure to Italy and hints at the possibility that Niccolo is intending to take over the family business in Cordona. We'll be watching this situation closely as it develops and will endeavor to obtain a reaction from Basilio Coppello. The Coppello and Detti feud have been in existence for over 200 years, and even though this acrimony has been muted for the past few decades, some still remember the conflicts of the Gonzalo Detti and the Vitalio Coppello era. We're hoping that Niccolo's young mind and Basilio's calm business attitude may find common ground. Signor Coppello, it has come to my attention that Niccolo Detti is soon to return to Cordona. We do not know what that means for the future of the Detti family. Orazio seems to set on staying in Roma, so take that as you will. I want to strongly advise on behalf of the whole family that you avoid contact with Niccolo. We have no doubt that you will be able to retain your composure even if provoked, but we do not know what the Dettis are planning. Be on your guard, the family reputation is at stake. In Bocca al Lupo, Donald Gilani. This diary shows Basilio Coppello's scheduled planned weeks ahead. There are several noteworthy recent entries. First, a meeting with a detective several weeks ago, and second, 2 dates labeled with the safe, yesterday and today.
Well-organized workplace?
Mr. Coppello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy.
The letter F is inscribed within a 4-leaf clover pattern. Passe muraille. Walk through walls in French. Our thief seems rather arrogant. A comprehensive set of lockpicks, recently cleaned with no fresh scratches.
Means we have to go and look this up. But where the heck are we gonna look this up at? Police? I guess that would be the best, right? Okay. Crime. Profile of Felicia Sabine. Felicia Sabine, age 26, currently affiliated with the Backyard Boys gang, acting as their master burglar. The Backyard Boys have a hideout on Clay Street in central Minus End. She has a distinct scar on her right cheek, gives conflicting stories as to its origin, but has had it since at least age 18. Her parents died at sea. She wasted her inheritance. Felicia turned to crime. Has been arrested several times, but being cooperative with the law, lessening the severity of her punishment.
Maybe it would be wise to take a look around outside before we enter. Just a thought.
Nice to see.
So let's do like this. Then we're gonna go crime.
Şimdi çok daha iyi hissediyorum.
We're headed on Clay Street, Central Mines. Yeah, anything close? Good.
Hey.
Extra! Extra! Ridley rubbed out. General.
Other gangs are planning an attack on the backyard, boys. The pipe is looking for information.
Limping brass. Limping brass.
Other gangs are planning.
Money marketplace. Wounded?
Other gangs are planning it.
John was right. It seems that the backyard boys have mobilized due to the botched robbery of Armor Capello by Felicia Savine. They believe that another gang set them up and they are going to attack soon. I overheard, however, that the pipe, the limping information broker of the gang, is calling in his beggar informant. The pipe can be found in a marketplace in Central Miners End of Market Road.
Buy some clothes and help me feed my family.
The best of flea markets can... Take a look. Maybe something will catch your eye.
I'm gonna be poor now.
I hope you like what you bought.
Not bad.
Must be him, but do we have to be like a beggar? That's not him.
The worst clothes at the best
One
price.
man's trash is another man's furniture.
Hello, mister. I've got some information for you. Heard you were asking.
Have you now? Well, let's hear it.
Easy, hard. Hard.
All of them bandits are getting ready for a bruising. Sticks and guns and angry faces all round.
I see. Better get the boys ready. Take this for your trouble.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. Thank you.
Now we can get all of you at once. Be ready.
Supposed to be Philip from London. Good impression.
Friends in old places.
The best of flea markets can offer.
Our clothes will be worn well. Take my word. Okay, time to slap people around again.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Take a rest, my friend.
I couldn't miss the party. I will end you. I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm gonna hurt you.
What the? Seriously?
I'm coming for you.
Don't cry, you'll live. Too simple.
I will end you. I couldn't miss the party.
Don't bother, move.
The snuff's ready.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't.
The snuff's ready.
Oh, what? Oh, come on, man. God damn it. Ah. Moved his head down. Yes.
Okay,
it's like
okay, I give up. I give up.
finger slips, kill 5 enemies. Damn it.
And here we are, Miss Sevigny. A place where we can talk about all your recent activities. We have a nice profile on you, you know.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
Is there nothing you didn't do, Miss Sevigny? Thieve for the gang, break into the Armor Capello office, kill Niccolo Detti?
What? Kill? I didn't kill nobody. No, how?
So you admit the rest. I suppose you won't mind explaining some things to me then.
So prepared.
You were in the Armor Capello office yesterday evening, Miss Sevigny. The same place that Niccolo Detti was found dead today. What happened?
How would you know? You can't prove anything?
It's written all over you, Miss Sevigny. I presume you did not intend your evening to end with a fall over the railing and a fracas with felines? Need I continue?
Zut alors! It was just a job, nothing else. I was asked to come. Here, see for yourself. I don't know who hired me, but I think they wanted to pin the crime on me. Poor Niccolo.
You knew Mr. Detti, how?
Niccolo and I grew up together. I hadn't seen him in years, then ran into him on the street, smiling with some lovely lady on his arm.
And that was the last time you saw him alive?
Well, until I found him dead yesterday. That same woman was there, too. It can't be coincidence.
You saw a woman in the office?
She started screaming, so I slammed the safe door and ran when I saw a guard coming.
When were you offered this job?
Ah, mon Dieu. I don't remember precisely. I think the letter arrived around 9:30 in the evening. It sounded tricky, but the money was good.
And you arrived at the office?
Perhaps 45 minutes later. I am very good, sir. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
I don't like lies.
No, wait. Okay. It took 15 minutes. All right? Still impressive, no?
Your thieving days may well be over, Miss Sevigny. Until this matter is resolved, you will remain here. Good day.
So, what it looks like it is it is the wife then. Wish one could like fast travel over there, but Oh, what the? Oh. She's not here, dumbass. He's here waiting for the inspector.
What exactly was your relationship with Niccolo Detti?
Who? What are you talking about?
Madam, please, a young woman dedicated to her music and an enthusiastic artist, your marriage to Basilio could not have offered all you needed. And then about 6 months ago, you met Niccolo Detti. There was a spark, you started to see each other. It brought passion back into your life.
How could you?
But your tryst didn't go unnoticed. Felicia Sevigny spotted you with Niccolo, but rather than cease your affair, you took care to avoid the public eye. You started working with your husband at the office and met your lover there in the evening after Basilio departed. Billy would not notice, and you hoped neither would your husband. Do I have this right so far?
Yes. I love Basilio, I truly do. But his first passion is his work. I respect that, but it left me adrift. Niccolo. Sweet Niccolo. He was the man I needed. If he had had any other name, I would have talked to Basilio. But he was a Detti.
And your husband suspected something?
I think he did. He asked questions. Billy's schedule was moved forwards here. Yes, he suspected.
And thus we arrive at the heart of the matter. How did Mr. Detti end up deceased in the safe?
I do not know.
Madam?
I don't know anything about his death.
Are you sure this is how you wish to proceed?
It is the truth. Please, just leave me be.
It is a shame it has come to this, but it is patently obvious that you are responsible for Niccolo Detti's death.
How dare you? I wouldn't want him to.
I see you need some persuasion. I know that Niccolo Detti went to the office to meet you.
Where's that talking about staying? First they had this.
It was a midnight tryst. Right? Niccolo would visit the office once Basilio left, but this time he returned. So you hid Niccolo in the safe. A foolish move.
I didn't know the code had changed. It was the only choice. I couldn't let him be found. I loved him.
Really? You could have saved his life by simply speaking with your husband, but you sought to free him another way.
Yeah, so she just threw him in there to that. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. And that one is like so.
To free Mr. Detti, you hired Felicia Sevigny, a petty burglar, to crack the safe, and as a result, you killed your lover.
No, it's because the combination had changed. It is not my fault.
You are splitting hairs, Mrs. Capello. The fact remains you chose to risk Niccolo's life rather than call your husband. And I know why.
was it? Isn't it? Yeah, this one.
You were afraid how it would affect the reputation of the Capellos, and you feared what your husband would do as a consequence.
He's a good man, but he cares about his business, about the family. It would have destroyed him.
And now he's accused of murder, Mrs. Capello. How considerate of you.
Mio Dio, how did this all happen?
Despite your best intentions, Mrs. Capello, I believe you are to blame for this sorry affair, not Basilio.
I think you're right, sir. Basilio, he does not deserve this. None of this.
It is not my place to decide what is deserved, but perhaps you now know what to say to the inspector.
I do.
Good day, madam.
I don't think Mrs. Capello did this on purpose. I would have let her go.
No, she didn't do it on purpose, but she... But she could have helped him, you know, in a quick way, but she... of course didn't. Seems to have more memories at our home. And probably do main story quests after this. Mother's room. Yes.
Oh, the room looks nice now. It's comforting to see the way it was meant to be.
My mother always preferred to spend her rare moments of lucidity with me.
That's true. She even stopped Mycroft from joining you. Remember?
I do. He didn't show it, but he was upset. I think Mother paid more attention to me because I was younger.
In her rare moments of lucidity, Sherlock's mother always wanted to spend time with him. One day she found us preparing for the play and she helped us apply the stage makeup in front of the mirror. Mycroft wanted to join us, but she refused. He didn't show it, but I know he was upset. Violet always paid more attention to Sheriff because he was younger. Then we have...
Now it looks exactly like it was a decade ago. I can almost feel the memories hitting me.
Down that one.
Oh, I remember now. I never liked the way the books were sorted on these shelves.
That you didn't. Your brother often struggled to find his reading materials after our visits.
It's a tale of the empty house, refurbished the entire manor. During our time at Stonewood Manor, Sherry and I would regularly visit the Cabinet of Curiosities. Sherlock was sometimes so bored that he would rearrange all the books in his own particular order. It was easier to find the required book this way, but Mycroft never agreed. Last time the Mycroft was unable to find his desired reading material, he berated us for an hour and insisted we return the shelves to how they were. The house is in order. Okay. do this one now.